All right, we're on to day 12 of your 30 days of fitness with Mind Pump, and we're back to upper body isolation exercises. So the very first movement you're gonna see, you guys saw last week, that's the chest flies that you're gonna do with Justin. The second one you're gonna see is the straight arm pull down. The third one you're gonna see is your lateral raise. Make sure you still follow and listen to those videos because each week we're adding new cues, even to the exercises that you've already seen. And then the fourth and final movement and the new movement this week is the push-up with a rotation. So make sure you pay close attention to that. Also, don't forget about your NEAT. Don't forget about those steps today. Get that 10 to 12,000 steps and stay in all the way to the end because at the end of the video, Sal wraps this all up.
All right, we're here in sunny San Jose again with Justin and his dumbbell chest fly.
Now remember with this exercise, same rules as the bench press, shoulders pinned down and back, good posture, elbows slightly bent but fixed. Let the dumbbells separate, let them come down, feel a stretch across the chest. Bring them together at the top with a nice controlled continual motion. This is an isolation exercise of the chest.
Doesn't take a lot of weight to do this movement. You'll notice Justin is working with his max weight right now, but for most people, choose a weight that's easy for you to control and keep your elbows in a fixed position.
That's right. This is a great exercise for adding tension at the stretch portion of the pectoralis muscle. So it's really good for people, especially if you find that you're weak at the bottom of your bench press. This exercise will help quite a bit. Next up is the straight arm pull down. All right, we're going to do the straight arm pull down again. Just like last week, you're going to use the rope. Cable is up high above your head, bent over. Good position, good posture.
This is one of Taylor's favorite exercises to film because the lighting in here is excellent, and it's really easy for us to shoot this.
Now, although it looks like we're targeting the glutes, that's just because Justin's got nice glutes. We're actually working the lats. Keep the arms straight and rigid. Let them come all the way up and all the way down to our sides, pulling the shoulders back, chest forward. Make sure to keep the core tight with this, otherwise you'll overarch your back and you may feel some shearing pressure in your lower back.
Very common when people feel this in their triceps, and that's because you got movement going on at the elbow. So if you start to extend and bend at the elbow, you're going to start to feel it in your triceps. So make sure you keep it in that fixed position, rotate those shoulders back, and squeeze that back together.
Excellent. The next exercise coming up are laterals. All right, it's your second time now doing this exercise. Laterals, this is for the side head of the deltoid, the lateral head of the deltoid. Remember, arms at your sides, elbows slightly bent, good posture, lift them out to your sides and right back down. Nice controlled tempo.
Now, this exercise does require that you keep yourself nice and rigid with your spine, nice and straight. Keep your abs tight, your glutes tight. And when he lifts up to the side, he wants to lead with his pinkies.
Again, follow the tempo in the video so it's controlled. It's not a super fast swinging motion. It's a very, very controlled movement. Coming up next is the new exercise that we're adding this week, push-up with rotation. All right, here's your new exercise for the week. It's a push-up with rotation. So it starts off with a traditional push-up, extended plank position, nice tight core. You go down into your push-up. You come up, and then you take one hand off the floor, and you rotate and point it to the sky and turn your body and look at your hand. Hold it for a second, come back down, and repeat the exercise. Now, both feet stay on the floor.
Now, this exercise looks really easy, but it's not. This can be a very challenging movement for you, not only core, but chest, shoulders, everything's involved here. And if it's really challenging, you can spread your feet out a little bit wider. So the wider your feet are, the easier the movement's going to be. The more narrow your feet are, the more challenging it's going to be. If you can't do it even with a wide stance, then an option to this is to drop down to your knees.
Now, it's important at the top of the movement when you're rotated to really push out and extend into the floor. You want a totally straight arm while you're doing this exercise. Remember, copy the tempo you see in the video in your workout.
All right, guys. Today you did your isolation upper body exercises. Now, I want you to focus on the feel on these days. These are not compound movements, so really focus on the individual muscles you're working and try to get a pump. It's not so much about moving the weight as it is about feeling the muscle working, which is different from those compound exercises that we do earlier in the week and then later on in the week. Now, the movements you did today are your flat flies, your straight arm pull downs, your laterals, and the new exercise, push up with rotation. This isn't so much of an isolation exercise as it is for stability in the shoulder. When you're doing these movements, focus on the target muscles. With your flies, really feel the pecs working. When you're doing the straight arm pull down, feel the lats stretch and then contract at the bottom. When you're doing your laterals, it's all about the side of the shoulders. Feel that working, not the traps as much. When you get to push-up with rotation, just get real tense and tall and straight when you're up at that top position to give you that shoulder stability. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps on all of these exercises. If you can add weight, that's fantastic. If you can add reps, that's great too. Just make sure you stay within this rep range. Tomorrow is another mobility day. Look, share this video with your friends. It's way more fun to work out with other people. Also, subscribe to this channel. We post new videos all the time.